thing, but what would be the big, because I know there's a lot of people out there who find themselves in the same boat that you were in, where they're like, man, I don't know. All these other people know what they want to do. I don't know what I want to do. And so sometimes there can be a tendency to kind of just get stagnant and just, they don't know what they want to do. And then sometimes there's even the added burden of, I don't want to do the wrong thing and be outside the will of God, or, there's all these like weird things we tell ourselves. So what would be the big takeaway from your experience and how now you're kind of in the pocket, now you're, but it took a little bit. So what would be the big takeaway from your story for people?
Yeah, well, a response to your I don't want to be like out of the will of God. I don't want to do the wrong thing. It reminded me of a pastor friend of ours, John Morgan. He used to tell us that the will of God was not a tightrope; it was a cannon.
Right.
It's a cannon.
Yes.
And who knows? Maybe he got that from somebody else. It's
I love that,
Christian
dude.
things that just go everywhere.
It's so it's so on point.
And thank you. I don't know if I'm in the pocket. I just feel like maybe I'm not in my pocket. I'm just in God's pocket.
Right.
I'm just like, Lord, I don't know. Just put me wherever you want me. I feel I have this new revelation of my relationship with Jesus. In our family, my mom especially, when it is somebody's birthday, like you go above and beyond. The whole day is about them. From midnight. So some of you, I always do this when it turns midnight into their birthday. Like I'm ready. My text is ready, or my call. Like I'm getting that happy birthday in. What do you want to do today? Where do you want to eat? What do you want to do? Who do you want to hang out with? Is it just me? Do you want to do something big? Do you want to do something chill?
My wife and I are the same way, dude. We go hard.
So birthdays, that's their day. Their one day. It's all about them. And I started thinking about it. I was like, it's, kind of funny to me, but I was like, I should treat my relationship with Jesus that's very same way. That exact way. Lord, what do you want to do today? Do you want to be chill? Is it just me and you day? Do I need to just bask in your presence? Or do I need to hit it hard on the streets? Are you sending me out? Or am I just supposed to stay in?
That's good enough.
Like, Lord, whatever you want me to do, however you want this day to go, I'm just here. Just tell me. Like, let's do it. It's all about you. And so that's my funny new revelation of my relationship with Jesus. But back to your question, and probably getting into some of the stuff I was wanting to talk about. I'm finding out more and more and more and more. The older I get, the more wisdom God luckily gives me access to. That the key is surrender. Total and utter surrender to Jesus 100%. And, I said that, it bothered me when I was younger, trying to figure out this purpose of my life. It even bothered me trying to figure out the purpose of life. And, I can confidently say now that the purpose of this life is that the Bible, to quote the Bible, it says, "Oh, that we might know him." That is our purpose of being here. You listening, that is your purpose of being here. If you're wondering why you're here, what's the meaning? What does it all matter? Why? Oh, that we might know him. You are here to know Jesus Christ. In an extremely intimate, he is my best friend, my brother, my father way that never stops growing. That relationship never stops growing. And my surrender to realizing, sorry, the lawn guy is weed eating.
Oh, I heard something, but it was like really faint.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everyone.
No, you're good. You're good, man. I had somebody pressure washing the other day right here, and water like shot through my window and like in the middle of the stream. I'm like flinching. Yeah, so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surrender. Realizing that, well, I'll say it this way. I feel like this generation of young people, and maybe it's not even young people, just anyone who hasn't figured out who they're supposed to be, the purpose and plans of their life in this life we're living now. Um, Figuring out that we are first called to be sons and daughters of Christ.
Mhm.
That is who you're called to be. And I know so many people right now, Christians, ministers even, who are very tormented by the devil of
Yeah.
figuring out who they are supposed to be. What are they called to do? And what is my main purpose and my passion? And I see so many people get locked in that lost life. Wish you guys could see this guy right outside the window. Hello, Philip. Big old Philip. He's got a cig hanging out of his mouth,
Nice.
sleeveless. He's
Yeah.
he's exactly what you would imagine a true Kentuckian to be. Oh, Lord, help me to focus. Uh, oh my goodness.
Oh,
What was I saying?
I love that. Yeah, dude. I think that there's this kind of disillusion kind of thought of my calling, my this. And look, yeah, man, like there are things that I knew in the fiber of my being that I would be doing. I was one of those people that, but I honestly was one of those also that didn't. There's some people that take it and they run with it. For me, it was something I really wrestled with, and it was just being in any kind of format like this, where it's like I knew I'm an extrovert and I'm an outward processor, but like being out in the front, like it just in this kind of a function. I've done leadership and all that. I'm comfortable in it, but this, no.
Okay.
I was just like, oh, like
Yeah.
so I think what I've learned, just to kind of give credit to what you're saying, is man, like having my focus just be on him and getting to know him. And it's like all those doors, even if you do know what you want to do, but you've got like this, I don't know how these doors are going to open. I don't know how this is going to do this and that's going to do that. My experience is anytime I've tried to take things into my own control, it's just been a horrible mess.
Yeah.
So it's just that whole resting in the fact of like, whether you know what you want to do, whether you know where you're called, the solution to me is the same. Keep your eyes fixed on him. And it's like the more that we abide in him, the more that we get to know him, the more we're changed. And suddenly, like, man, when the door's ready to open, you're like, oh, they're like, let's go. Okay, let's do this. So
I think the pursuit of purpose sometimes stems from a spirit of pride.
Yeah. Oh,
Masked in the name of passion.
Right. Yep.
Because we still have something in us that wants to say, yeah, I know that God is my father and he has everything taken care of, and it's just about him and I'm just following him day to day. But there's still something in us that wants to say, I want to stretch the limits of and see what I can really do on my own.
Yeah.
What kind of mark on this world can I really make?
Mm-hmm.
And to that thought, I used to have that thought of like, when I die, I want to leave my mark on this world. Now I'm like, this world's going to burn up. Who cares? I just wanted to tell people about eternity.
Yeah.
Because this place is going to burn up one day. Like, don't worry about your impact on culture. Who cares? Just make your impact on the kingdom, or let the kingdom make the impact on you, and then the rest follows.
Come on,
but
dude.
I think so much time, energy, worry, stress, all of these things, so much time is wasted. And the devil, I truly think, keeps us in this continual loop of, I haven't quite found out who I am or what I'm supposed to be doing yet. Because Jeff over there, I can tell he has found his calling. He's found his calling. He's found his purpose. I want it to look like that on my life.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with a pursuit of, I want to find something that I love to do and that I feel called to, and it just feels right.
Yep.
Not necessarily that it's easy, but that it just feels right. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think God does have a right spot for us.
Mhm.
But I think there is a spirit that goes deeper in that, where we let it overtake our life, overshadow our calling,
Yeah.
our first calling, which is to be the sons and daughters of God.
Mhm.
That's who you are. If you're wondering who you are, the Bible says you are the sons and the daughters of God.
Yep.
Boom, there you go.
There you
Problem
go.
solved. If
Yeah.
you've been lost for years and you're like, I just don't know who I am, you are the son, you are the daughter of the most holy and high God of this universe.